Welcome to tie4.org. This is where my dreams come true. You know, I haven't always been an author, haven't always been a speaker, haven't always been a life coach. Let me tell you who I used to be. I used to be someone that was bound up in drug and alcohol addiction for 10 years. In the midst of my addiction, one day I went out and I was ramping waves on a jet ski. And I was out there in the middle of the Choctawhatchee Bay in Destin, Florida. And I hit a wave I was ramping the wake of an inboard engine set up for a big yacht that was cruising probably about 50, 60 knots. And I was going about the same speed. And I was ramping the wake of that boat, which was huge waves. And one wave I hit the wrong way and I got thrown off. And I started coming down, I was looking down, I thought to myself, man, this is it. This is my day. And I heard a voice inside my head say, it's not your time. It's not your day. You still have something to tell the world. And so when I heard that, I didn't know what to think. I brushed myself off. I had a severe brain injury that came out of it. It's still a thorn in my side this very day, but God has done a lot of restoration. But let me tell you that, I realized that God did have a plan for my life, and I question that each and every single day. And, years later, I got to where I received seed that was sown into me that was incorruptible. My sister told me, she said, God has a plan for your life. Pray to God to allow you to see yourself the way God sees you, because He sees you differently than you see you. And I see you speaking over many people. So I received that, but it wasn't until 3 years later that I actually allowed that seed to grow in my life. When I was in the middle of my drug addiction, I had a needle in my arm. I was using heroin and cocaine and selling drugs. And I said, Jesus, take the reins of my life. Even if I got to go to jail and detox from heroin and cocaine, if that's what it takes, so be it. And so I did. And God is faithful. A week later, I went to jail. Then I went to Mercy House Ministries, where it was a discipleship process. And it was a year-long process, very long. God gave me a vision for Fourth Day Ministries. 3 months into the process, I had to be still and know that God was God. And I had to wait for the appointed time for me to step into the promises He had for me. So I had to stay tied down and buckled down in that process. And so I got discipled. I renewed my mind. God's healed and restored my mind to a great level. And it's just amazing. I give Him glory. And this page here is just a demonstration of a glimpse of the glory that God will do. God's no respecter of persons. God will do the same for me, the same for you that He's done for me. And I'm telling you, this is true. So, now here I am. I'm living inside the will of God, which is perfect. It's acceptable. It's good. I love God. I love people. It's my passion to see people discover the will of God for their lives, and for them to be empowered by God's grace to live that, to step out on faith and do that, and to be sustained in His will. Because in His will there's peace, provision, and protection, and there's no greater place than that. All right.